Right. Looks like we're good now. Okay. Now we're started now, aren't we? Okay. Let's get started, yeah? Shall we? Hey guys, and welcome back to another live stream. But welcome back to another live stream on YouTube. Today we're on we're still on COVID-19 live stream, so yeah. I hope you always stayed at home, like having more fun at home, just chilling and relaxing during the lockdown last year. So yeah, um, basically I haven't live streamed last year because for my first channel. So for my first channel, I didn't mean to because I haven't done anything on my live stream last year. So yeah, it's quite tough right now, isn't it? So firstly, I do remember things already. So yeah, we're on this update. So yeah, it could be more particular tricky, I think. So yeah, first of all, we're just gonna talk about you know talking about ourselves. So you don't have to remember things already. So yeah, first of all, you don't really have to remember things that what you've just did. Don't tell me what you did last night or yesterday, so whatever. So, um, first of all, as we all wish to continue our journey, or yeah, just be honest. So, next step of lockdown for 21st of June. Um, so basically, it's on the next step lockdown for 21st of June update. So yeah, we're on it. So first of all, I have just checked on the next final step on. So we'll still talk about the roadmap out of lockdown. So we're on the roadmap out of lockdown. So we're on the lockdown roadmap steps. So yeah. So first of all, we're going to looking at some of these articles, but we do know what the article looks like. So first of all, I do really have to show you about this all the time. So basically, you guys have to remember things. What should they do? So first of all, I'm going to show you things about what has changed, what has not changed. Let's see what the government knows about, you know. So they'll let us know that the lockdown will be removed, but it's on next month. So it's on the 21st of June next month. So first of all, I would say we knew this is going to happen. So, and then we're going to look at the live chat. If anyone who writes the chat, if anyone has got any answers or questions, you can write a on the chat. So let me know when you finished recently. So yeah. So first of all, we can always either take everything what we always looking for. So forget about all that. We'll leave it. Hi guys, thank you for waiting. Um, just been busy for looking at somebody else's on. So yeah. By the way, let's just carry on our task. So I know the COVID-19 variant is still at risk, but there is a few problems about the lockdown. Don't even think about it. So first of all, it's not a good thing to not such as the COVID variant, any coronavirus variant. So first of all, it's not good because the coronavirus is a contagion disease. So you don't need to think about it. Let's talk about the roadmap out of lockdown. So we'll talk about the roadmap out of lockdown. So first of all, we're just gonna ac- accept it. If you're accessible, you are having more time to think. If you're really sensible, if you're very insensible for taking your response, maybe a disabled person who gets a vaccine, first one and the second one, you just always have to wait for, you know, waiting for a next month lockdown. I don't think if anyone who had their vaccines already, if they get the first one after 3 weeks, well, after 3 weeks, they have the first one, get the second. There's only two. Whether you want to get the Pfizer one or AstraZeneca, BioNTech, everything. Whoever gets the Pfizer is much better than let's say if let's say if the Pfizer vaccine is more better than the Oxford AstraZeneca one. But it's more than BioNTech, so the BioNTech doesn't sound right. But it sounds much different to the Pfizer vax. If you're gonna have a jab, book a jab already. Booking your vaccination appointment. For some reason, if you're late for your appointment, so it doesn't really matter wherever you went to get your Pfizer, BioNTech, Oxford, AstraZeneca. In my mind, imagine that for some reason who had their vaccines already, because in my mind, it was just only a dream or a mind. It was only a dream. I was dreaming of or mind of getting vaccinated on my left arm, on my right arm, I think. It was only just a dream. So first of all, it's a bit mistake, and we don't really have to do this all day. But what I was thinking of now, we're not expected to think what we should never know, what we always have to do. Don't put me on this one. It's quite annoying. So yeah, um, whoever gets a vaccine or jab to get tested. Maybe I wondered that. I recommend you if the doctors said to you that if the doctors told you that you had your Pfizer one or BioNTech or Zeneca, if you want to go for a tech one, Pfizer or AstraZeneca one, Novavax or Covax. I'm just going to show you a bit more difference about why did people have their vaccines already. Novavax vaccine. if anyone who recommends that if they're having a Novavax, here are some of the features that you guys want for your vaccination. Whoever gets Novavax, do you want to get a Novavax? You wouldn't. Or if you're looking for a Covax, if you go for a Covax vaccine, that'll be more different. Covax 19 vaccine. If you're going to have your vaccine already, if you've already had your first one, let's say if you go for Oxford AstraZeneca one, let's just say that. So yeah, I wouldn't say that if I were you. So yeah, don't expect it to have this all the time. So if you're not a fan of having a vaccine or taking Oxford AstraZeneca, okay, here are some of these data suggest that every vaccine, who you ever had the vaccine and who you not ever had a vaccine. So here are some of the images of all these one of the two doses of vaccines. Well, all the different vaccines, of course. If you're going to have a first dose of vaccine, get your first one. If you have a first one, you have to just wait for about in the next few weeks until you need a second one. After a few weeks, you need a second dose, which is the blue one. All these two different COVID-19 vaccines that are always available. Don't get too scared, don't get too nervous, don't get terrified. It won't hurt you if it injects you. But I wouldn't say that. I would say no, don't get vaccinated. I'm a bit less nervous of taking the vaccines and all that, but it's not good for me. I would say no, I'm not gonna have one. It was only in my mind I had been vaccinated, but in my mind. So don't ever judge me. Please don't judge me. I'm not really good at this all the time. So yeah, COVID-19 vaccines. Two of those vaccines that are still available. Alongside of them, there are some of these vaccine AstraZenecas. If you're having trouble with the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, that doesn't help. It's not going to help, doesn't it? So, first of all, you cannot ask about every people who's not taking your vaccination, who are you going to have a vaccinate and who you've been vaccinated for. Have you been vaccinated for, just waiting for the next few weeks after had your first dose? Whoever had that. So here are some of these. There are the antigens, so they're all made out of those ingredients of the vaccines. Not the insects, by the way. It's only just the chemicals, like a vaccine, like vaccination chemicals. So injection only. Coronavirus vaccine, the COVID-19 coronavirus vaccine. Whoever had that one? Okay, University of Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. I'm not gonna wait for next year if I'm not gonna be vaccinated. Okay, who do you always reckon? Are you reckoning to have a first one of your AstraZeneca one or something like that? So it's your choice. If you want to be vaccinated or not, you can always take any vaccines. You can't just choose a different vaccines, only you can have the same thing as the first dose and the second dose. You can take both of the vaccines, such as the Oxford AstraZeneca. You can't take a second one of it. You can't take the second vaccine differently, such as the Pfizer one, BioNTech, and Novavax, Covax vaccine. It's not pretty good. Only you can take the same thing. So yeah, we're on the roadmap out of lockdown. It should be for the 21st of June. It's on next few weeks, maybe next several weeks. So yeah, just checking the first week, second week, third week, fourth week. Roadmap out of lockdown, it's on 5 weeks. So as you can see, it's on 5 weeks. If you've already been isolated, so don't even expect to think who you are asking for. Something Natters must have done. This is a Covax, but any Oxford AstraZeneca vaccines that can help to kill the disease. The Oxford AstraZeneca or Pfizer vaccine, it can help to kill disease inside your whole bodies. But I knew that every people had their vaccines already, all around the world. If every people had their vaccines around worldwide, I would expect it. We would know that we can change our world to make the difference between it. Who's going to have the vaccines and who's not going to have the vaccines? Me, I don't, because I'm not going to wait for anything. I'm not going to have the vaccine already. People are going to have the vaccine, but not me. Who is going to have the vaccine first? If they had their first dose and the second dose, it's only just the first dose and second dose. If people had their first dose, they should wait for the next few weeks. And after the few weeks, they can have the second one. Who was it? Who's going to have the vaccine and who's not going to have the vaccine? Which one is it? I would expect to say, yeah, so if doctors randomly inject you with the vaccine differently, but randomly, so it's only just your random vaccine. Whoever gets that. So for the roadmap out of lockdown, it's on the 21st of June, but we will know it's our step is on the next step of lockdown. Next step of lockdown for 21st of June, it should be more often to take everything. So whoever gets the vaccine or who's not going to have the vaccine, but come on, don't even expect to think. Who are you going to have it and who's going to have the vaccine already? So by the way, on the 21st of June, there should be new variants or so in the next week or couple of weeks or few weeks, I would expect it to have a surprise, and so I'm surprisingly taking everything what they always had. So first, we'll let people know that if they had their vaccines already, then it'll be more different. But we knew this is going to happen differently. But nothing serious. If you've already got any Oxford AstraZeneca, so for the roadmap out of lockdown, it's on the 21st of June, and for some reason, if if it's going to be over soon on by the end of this year, it'll be quite fun. It'll be quite fun for us. You know what I mean? Yeah. So first, if you've not been vaccinated, so that means you aren't be able to take everything what you need for. Okay, Novavax. We knew about the Novavax. Here are some of these data results, but over 65 years old. So, I'm going to check on the line graph and see how I worked out with vaccines. Okay. Here are some of these examples of the line graph. But nothing serious, but if you look at it, it's very, very complicated. If you see the data that shows on here, if you look at the line graph, that looks a bit different. And if you look at it, there should be more often to take everything what they always do. Okay, we'll just check on the line graph, or it shouldn't be. And let's see. If you look and okay, I'm just checking the line graph. So in that case, okay, we're moving on to the Novavax. Okay, so as you all know, okay, guys, it should be on 21st of June. All the lockdown will be removed on the 21st of June. All the shops, pubs, and restaurants will be reopened for the next 5 weeks until the 21st. So guys, and I will see you guys, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next live video. Make sure you guys to like this video and subscribe, and make sure guys to write a comment, and make sure to turn notification on, and don't forget to notify and stay updated. So see you guys in that live video, and so see ya. Goodbye.